Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session and calls number 332416. The case is style of State of Texas versus Ramad Kevon Gibson. Mr. Gibson, is that your full name?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Mr. Gibson, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Gibson, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gibson, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Gibson?
I'm doing well, sir.
That's good. Mr. Gibson, I have before me a document that is titled information. This document was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. This document alleges that on or about May 1st of 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespassing. Mr. Gibson, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to discharge Mr. West, do you waive a record in Mr. Gibson's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, to discharge Mr. Gibson, how do you plead?
No contest.
And are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gibson, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment, which is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. On page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials, RG, that are on a line that's next to a box that's checked nolla contendere, which means no contest. Mr. Gibson, did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
On page 3 of this same document, Mr. Gibson, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Mr. Gibson, did you also sign this document?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
The next document that I have, Mr. Gibson, is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. At the bottom of this document, there's also a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Mr. Gibson, did you also sign this document?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
And at the top of this same document, Mr. Gibson, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Gibson, did you sign a document out there on paper that is titled Discovery Certification?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Now, Mr. Gibson, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I have just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. West, go over these documents with you?
Yes, he explained it to me very well, sir.
And did you read it and understand everything that he went over?
Yes, sir, full detail.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gibson, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir. Also a veteran.
Okay. Now, State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment, and State's Exhibit Number 2, the probable cause affidavit, which is in the court's file. State, you like to offer States 1 and 2?
Yes, Your Honor. State offers States 1 and 2.
No objection.
No objection. States Exhibits 1 and 2. The court will take judicial notice of State 2, that is in the court's file. Mr. Gibson, Mr. West, you've advised and counseled Mr. Gibson. Is there any evidence that he is mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor, not at all.
And Mr. Gibson, your attorney, Mr. West, has advised and counseled you Are you satisfied with his representation?
Oh, very well, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
In full detail, yes, sir, yes.
Okay, Mr. Gibson, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
In exchange for the defendant's plea of no contest in this case, the state is recommending confinement in Jefferson County Jail for a period of 10 days, Your Honor. The state is asking that the court give defendant credit for the 10 days previously spent in jail, making this a time served plea agreement, Your Honor. We're also asking that the court use defendant's time served to both tax and retire the court costs.
Mr. Gibson, the state is offering that you serve 10 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you've already served 10 days in the Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you will be given credit for time served.
Thank
The
you.
court cost in this case is $327, but you will not have to pay the $327 court cost because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court cost will be taxed and retired. Mr. Gibson,
Yes, sir.
do you understand the state's offer?
Say again, Your Honor?
Do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, yes, sir, Your Honor, in full detail, I do.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, it is. I believe it's fair and just, Your Honor.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor, I do as well.
Okay, Mr. Gibson, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Gibson, this will conclude your case. If you do not have anything else holding you in jail, you should be getting out of jail today. Mr. Gibson, you can please knock on that door and follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day.
All right. Thank you as well.
Give that to the bailiff, the paper.